All right. So we now pretty much have everything ready to go before we add an art. But remember we had this game over logic? Let's take a look at that. So let's take a look. So game over works, and um, we technically can have a function here that says reset the game, and we'll call reset the game. Okay, so there isn't really too much that we need to do with this game in particular, but we'll reset the game, and we will say, for example, uh, it's essentially the resetting of the game is the same as the game scene that you're presenting in the title screen. Okay, so when you reset the game, um, we can go and add in a let wait is equal to sk action dot wait for durations, and we'll make it 1.0. Then we're going to say let reset, or we can say let the game scene is equal to, um, we'll make it equal to game scene, and we'll say CG size will be self dot. And what we could do is if we wanted to make the game scene work, we'll have to say the title scene equal to title scene, and we'll say that this is going to be the exact same. It's going to be title scene. Okay, so we'll say the title scene dot scale mode is equal to dot aspect fill if you want to, or you can go and type in sk scene scale mode dot aspect fill. It's up to you whichever one you want to do. Okay, and then we'll say let change scene equal to sk action dot run block, and this run block will be self dot view dot scene dot present itself dot, actually I think it's scene dot view dot present scene. Okay, and the scene that we're going to work with is the title scene, and the transition we can actually go and say let the transition equal to sk transition dot, and we might as well use the same one here, and we'll say 0.4, and we'll say the transition. All right, so we have self dot scene dot present scene, and yes, there's just an extra estimation point there. All right, and an extra exclamation point there too. So that's going to change the scene for us. And what we're going to do is we're going to say let sequence is equal to sk action dot sequence, and we're going to say that this is wait and change scene. Instead of waiting 1 second, let's wait 3 seconds. It's a little more dramatic that way. And then we're going to go to self dot run action, and it's going to be sk action dot sequence or dot repeat action. We're going to repeat the sequence a total of 1 time. Okay, so once it's game over, we'll reset the logic here, but we're not finished there. What we need to do is we need to reset the game variables. So I always like to do this all the way up at the top here, and let's add a function here called reset game logic, or reset game variables on start, something along those lines here. And what I like to do is I like to go and find out which ones I need to restart here. Now, this game is very simple. There's only two. All of these are fine here. But if you had a game where you had different kinds of projectiles, you'd have to reset them too. So resetting your game is actually way more intensive than you think. So what I do is I just copy and then I paste it in here. So reset is alive back to true. All right. And what I do is I call reset game variables on start. It's usually the first one that I actually do. Okay, so there we go, and this concludes the tutorial.